Hi guys, today I wanted to talk about living your purpose. How do you know what is your life purpose, or what you're good at, or what you're passionate about? Um, and a lot of people know that they want to help people, but they don't know how. And how to combine what you're passionate about and what is your genius area, you know. So when I was in junior high, I met this beautiful man. We were about 15, 16, 15, 16. And he was from Iranian origin. He was a refugee, and we live in Norway. So there were a lot of similarities, being Asian and so on, and we connected really nicely. As we got more, the friendship got a little bit more deeper. He started trusting me. He opened up and he told me about the gruesome life that he had witnessed, and he was forced into the army in a very young age and forced to fight for his life and for his country and for values that he really didn't believe in. And he had seen so many horrible things, so he had so many, emotional wounds, but so loving eyes. I mean, I never seen a man in such a young age who know who he is. And he was forced to grow up very early, very mature compared to the other people in my class. And we lived in Norway, and I was brought up in a very safe environment, in a very loving environment. So when he was telling me about his life stories, the hard and difficult choices he had to make, and the gruesome stuff he had seen, how people can be really mean to each other and be forced to make choices just to survive, it was terrifying for me to listen to. But I did. I listened, and I was there. I asked questions, and I was only 15 years old, so I didn't know what I was doing. But I didn't have anything to give him back other than my silence. I could listen. I can create a safe space for him, because I was brought up in a very safe environment and home. So creating that for somebody else was a natural thing for me. And as I listened, and as I was present, and as I was creating this safe space for him, he opened up more and more, and I think he got the time to heal. And then we kind of lost touch after junior high, because I went away. But before I went away, I helped him to get into different schools, and he was suffering from dyslexia, and so was I. But I had much more help and controls, so I helped him write a few letters and applications. And after that, we lost touch. And I met him in a reunion 20 years later. I had already gotten my coaching certification, and so he was, yes, you chose the perfect career, he said, because. And then he told me a story which stuck with me, and he told me that after we lost touch, he got into a bad crew, and he was hanging out with them. He started doing drugs, and for one night he was in jail. And that one night was the lowest point in his life, and he could not understand how he got there. Seeing so much suffering and getting out of that. He made tough choices when he was younger, and as he was growing older, he was making bad choices. So he could not believe himself how he could get there where he was. And the first thing he thought was, what will Richa do in this situation? What would she tell me to do? Or what would she ask me? What would she do, or what would she expect me to do? And he picked himself up. He got an education. He got his mother and brother to Norway, and he changed his life. And today he is in an amazing position and has a beautiful family. And he is, as I said, an amazing, loving man. But everybody can be lost sometimes. His story confirmed that I had chosen the right path. Already when I was 15, I was helping people, and not knowing anything. I didn't have any techniques or any understanding of what I was doing. I was just creating that space. I was just asking questions. I was able to listen and to be present. And sometimes that's all, not sometimes, most of the times, that's all what our clients need. So I was already on this path, and I had already taken the certification and I was having clients, but that really confirmed what I was doing was my life purpose, and I was loving it. And it is good to sometimes see these signs. I'm not saying that everybody get this confirmation. I was lucky that he gave me this beautiful testimonial and that he told me this. But a lot of people don't get this, testimony or confirmation that they're on the right path. We have to find it ourselves. And how do you do that? How do you keep on going about finding the purpose, but also matching that with your daily life, your routine, the family, the responsibilities, and find this path where you are true to yourself and you're living your truth? The important thing is to look for the small signs. My parents wanted me to become a doctor, engineer. So my parents wanted me to get a secure job and doctor, engineer, something like that. So I did get a computer engineer, and I worked as a programmer for 4 years before I actually knew that I need to work with people, because I was bored to death. Even though I was good at it, I could really not work with it. I got an ulcer and I got gallstones, so I had to remove my gallbladder, and I was not listening. I was not listening. And they say, the universe will tap you on your shoulder. Hey, you should listen. There are people around you who you are helping. And then I got a push. I was still not listening because I was so concerned with what my parents would say. I have this computer engineer education, and I just can't just switch career now. You don't do that if you're Indian. And then I was slapped hard on my face when I got the ulcer and the gallstones, and I knew I couldn't work as a computer programmer anymore, and I was after that I was pregnant with my son, and I could not sleep because the job was really stressing me out. So I only slept like 2 hours a night until I gave birth to him. And after that I had to quit because 14 hours job couldn't sustain it while I was pregnant with my son. So then I had to shift And with the help of my husband, suddenly this coaching certification presented itself, and I jumped on it, and I became a certified coach. And I really am so grateful that I had somebody else helping me and guiding me, and the universe guiding me to do what is truly my calling. So the universe will tap you on the shoulder, then give you a push, and if you're still not listening, it would slap you hard. So start listening to the small signals. And yes, I know it could be hard sometimes, it could be difficult to think that, is that a sign, is this a sign, but try it out. So what if you're walking down the wrong path? Now if you're walking down the wrong path, then you can anytime go back or take a turn to anywhere you want. It's better to start walking in any direction than to just be stuck where you are, because then there is no change until the universe forces you to change. So the most important thing is that if there is a signal, even if you are confused, just try it out. You don't have to invest everything you got in it. You don't have to make it more complicated. If there is a signal, if there is a desire in you to help other people, then maybe you should start helping without telling people that I want to coach you. Create that space and see how that feels. If that feels good, if that feels something that you should be doing, then start doing it more. And soon you'll see that everything will just fall into place. And I hope I hear from you, and tell me if you have gotten small signals from the universe, and maybe I can help you listen to them and decode the codes, decode the small signals. Okay? Now take care. Lots of love. Mwah.